sequence you had at the beginning of the second half, just how much for you was that a conscious effort to kind of get things going after kind of choppy first half?
Yeah, I think it was my first game in a while being hurt last year, and I think I came out a little tentative, didn't push the pace as much as I wanted, and I think just on both ends to get us going, trying to create some havoc. I think I got a steal to and credit our scout and positioning with Coach Nate and all the rest of our coaches. But I think just little things like that, squeezing the ball and making simple plays is what'll get our team to keep going and really be good.
For either of you, just what did you see as the difference between the first and second half, and you found a little more of a footing on offense?
I think we went into the locker room and we had some good film, and the coaches gave us a great game plan to go out, and they told us just to execute, and I think we executed well in the second half, and we came out aggressive.
Helps when Gavin hits 4-3. So.
Yeah, Gavin, how much does that help you when you see one go down, just increasing your confidence, getting into a rhythm with it in the second half?
It definitely helps me when one goes down. These guys are always looking to find me in practice and all the scrimmages. All my teammates have been looking to find me, so that gives me a lot of confidence when someone has a decent shot but they swing it to me for a wide open shot. That gives me a lot of confidence for sure.
Hey, Gavin, how much does the competition within the squad help your team? Because Coach Hoiberg has talked about it's going to be tough, with the rotation, and that competition. How does that help you improve?
Oh, it helps me a ton. We're very deep, and we have especially big teams. So every day in practice, it's really physical, and I'm guarding guys like Jawan and BK, and then I'm also guarding guys like Bryce, and I switch out to quicker guys like Aaron and Raleigh. So, the diversity of our team with really fast guys, strong guys, it helps me a lot to go against them in practice.
Was there any defensive adjustments at halftime? Because you came out, you held them to one field goal in the first 8 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, I think the big thing was just get back in transition. We kind of try and pride ourselves on our transition defense and crashing those boards, and we obviously didn't do either in the first half. And I think that was a big emphasis going into halftime. Just getting our guys that are supposed to get back, and the guys who crash also, turn their head around, match up. It really comes down to communication, which is something we've been working on and need to continue getting better at.
It's such a long off season now, Raleigh. Is it exciting that it's an actual game week now you go into accounts for listening?
Yeah, we're super excited. I think we, with our scrimmages and this exhibition we take each week, at its own time. But I think we're all super excited. And again, our depth and, we're an old team as well. So I think we bring a lot of knowledge and, I've played a lot of college basketball. And I think for me, just being out most of last year, it's super fun to be able to love the off season, but, get rolling and play some different guys and stop beating up on each other every day.
How long does it take you to kind of get back into a flow of things, like just this your team playing, being in front of fans, all that, when you missed some time last season?
Yeah, I think, the scrimmage, our red and white scrimmage, and then this exhibition helps kind of get the jitters out, and I think it really shows us what we need to work on and clean up. Obviously, some of those things we, noted on earlier about, but I think just for our team to get that experience, and we know how lively the fan base is here and how packed it can get, and that'll gradually obviously come with bigger games, but I think we're just excited to get out there.
Gavin, just talking about communication a little bit and how talking is something you guys needed to work on just as a new group. How was that today? And I guess what ways can you kind of make that improve going into the regular season?
Yeah, I think we had our moments, to both sides where we communicated well and where we didn't. And I think, again, in transition, that's really what it's about with the two guys that get back. And that's me almost every time being a point guard. And so I need to be better at that. And I think communicating early is something we've talked about, not talking once the play is about to happen, but right before, really using our voice because it only makes you faster.
Anything else for players? Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We'll coach here momentarily after the radio show.
half. I knew this team was really good, and talking to Todd Kowalczyk, who's the coach of Toledo, they were in they went toe to toe with them, and that's a team that's projected to win their league. They ended up losing that game by 5, and then Toledo goes in and almost beats Michigan. So I knew this team would pose a challenge. They played a defense that we certainly hadn't seen, and I didn't think we handled it great with 14 turnovers. I thought everything got condensed as opposed to opening up the floor, driving it in there, creating help, and then kicking it out for easy open shots. And I thought we did a better job, at least to start the second half. And we missed some good looks in the first, but we kept playing. And I thought that we contested shots in the first half that they made. And then the second half, I think they came out 1 for 16 or 1 for 15, and that's when we opened things up. So I was really pleased with the second half. We really challenged our guys to go out and set the tone those first 5 minutes of the second half, and that's what would open it up and was the difference.
What adjustments or what struck you as the biggest difference between the two?
Well, I thought we continued to play hard, and that's what we said. Just keep contesting their shots, and I thought we did a good job, and they cooperated a little bit better in the second. They made some tough end of clock shots in the first half, and if you continue on with that and play for 40 minutes with contesting, I thought we did a really good job on their 2 best shooters, and again, those guards got it going, which was certainly they're capable of doing, and they pressure you. I mean, obviously they get up underneath you, and Cornell Mann, I'm proud of him. He worked for me at Iowa State. I think he's doing a heck of a job at Grand Valley, and I think that team's going to make a lot of noise in the D2 level this year. So, good game for us. We saw 2 completely different styles in the exhibitions with Utah, with their length and physicality and their ability to shoot it. And then you play this team that gets up underneath you and pressures you and has 5 guys that can make a shot. That's certainly going to help prepare us for what we're going to see in the opener. And, I talked about this last week. We're playing a team that made 25 threes in one of their 2 exhibition games. So, they're going to play open spread. They're going to shoot a ton of threes. And I think a game like this helps prepare you for that when things start for real next Monday.
Gavin hit 4 from deep. I know you believe in his shot. Have you seen that throughout the summer?
Yeah, I'm really happy for Gavin, and Connor. I thought had some really good looks. He's been shooting the ball obviously very well with our scrimmage and what he did at Utah, and you got 2 very good threats out there in the perimeter with Connor and with Gavin. And I look at Connor's box score, even though he didn't have a night where he made a lot of shots, he led us with a plus 27 in the plus minus column, and you got Burke, I thought, that really battled and rebounded the ball well for us. Forced to play a little bit more 5 today because of Andrew Morgan's concussion. And a lot of guys got opportunity. It was good to see Kale out there. That Kale gave us good minutes. That Braden Frager and Nick Janowski were solid out there for us. And, it's what it's all about at this time of year, is giving guys opportunity. They deserve it for how hard they've worked and how well they've played. And now, it's about figuring out the rotation heading into next week.
On media day, you had said that NBA scouts have called Raleigh maybe your most important player for this coming season. Did you kind of show some flashes of that today, of everything that he brings to the table?
Yeah, he does. He's just so steady, and I thought our point guards actually did a pretty solid job of handling the pressure. And yeah, he rebounds it. He's tough. He can guard, and he just makes for the right play. When he gets into the paint, generally good things happen for us. Best possession of the night was when Kale hit Justin Bolus at the elbow and cut off him and curled off him and got a layup. I mean, we've been doing that a lot in practice. We got away from it for some reason today. I think the pressure just sped us up a little bit, but we just got to get back to making simple plays, and that's what Raleigh can do for you. I thought Aaron did a nice job out there against pressure as well. Last year Rink was really our pressure release. It's nice to have 2 guys that can handle that and still get you into an offense.
How much experimentation are you doing with rotations and lineups at this point?
We're still looking and still trying to figure it out because we've got a lot of guys capable, as I've said all along. And, we'll figure it out. We did last year, and I thought we had the same, not to say problem. I guess it's a good problem to have when you have as many guys as we can that can contribute. But you got to pare it down, and everybody's got to accept their role, whatever that role is. If they're not happy with it, keep working, keep playing, and doesn't always stay the same. And that's been evident, I think, the last couple of years of guys that have either increased roles or decreased roles. So, now that we're out there playing for real, we'll we got to figure it out in this next 7 days. But again, we got an older veteran team, And whatever the roles are, I think our guys will handle it well.
What do you think today gave you, just in terms of like giving you things to build off of going into next week in the regular season?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, it was a good test for us. I thought our guys hung in there when they were making some tough shots. And then second half, when we pulled away, I really liked our defensive intensity and defensive energy. I didn't love our offense with, again, it was like when my twins used to play soccer in, first and second grade and everybody ran to the ball. I thought we had some of that today as opposed to staying spread, staying spaced, drawing the defense and making the right play. But to our guys' defense, it's the first time they've seen this type of pressure. And next time we face it, we'll handle it better. And that's the way it works. We tried to simulate it this week in practice, but you can't fully do that, until you get out there. So, again, this is a great game. Whatever happened today, whatever the outcome, this is going to be very beneficial for us, and we're going to learn from it.
Do you have a read at all about Andrew and Sam's availability for Monday?
Still don't know. Sam, I think both of them are going to get an individual workout tomorrow. Andrew's in the concussion protocol, however many steps there are in that. I think it's 6 or levels, whatever it is. And Sam has had 2 individual workouts the last 2 days, so he'll get another one tomorrow morning, hopefully handle it well, and then we'll see what his status is to get back on the court on Tuesday. But, yeah, we need both those guys. Sam's helped us win some pretty big games here, and Andrew gives us a physical presence in there, so, hopefully we'll get him back on the floor soon.
How important was getting those guys in the last 3:52 just to kind of see what they can do in the game side?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I think Braden got almost 9 minutes, and Nick, was up there as well, and then getting the opportunity to get Justin Bolus in there. I wanted to get Kale in the first half, and again, he played well. He plays under control. He makes the right plays, and Jeff Grace, he's been here now for going in year 3. The kid's an absolute rock star. He's our loudest guy in the gym every single day. So yeah, those guys deserve that time, and happy to see him go in there and make some plays.
Thanks, guys.